Snyder to Van Drunen. Van Drunen, one of those role players. Savage almost threw it away. The shot by Snyder is off, and he had 3 seconds left. Didn't have to shoot. And that's not what they wanted at all.
No, they didn't get the shot they wanted, but they did accomplish the task of not putting the ball back in Victoria's hands for the last shot.
And the two teams will hustle to the dress.
Hello, I'm Hugh Downs for UNICEF. On a recent trip to Bangladesh...
25 smokers who admitted having...
How do the stats stack up in that first half? Do they show that Victoria deserved that edge?
Well, it sure does. The quality of shots that Victoria got stood up for a 54% field goal percentage, and Waterloo has only shot about 40% of their field goals. So Waterloo has to get a better quality shot. They have to score more often. Free throws really helped Waterloo out. They were on the line 13 times, and while the clock was stopped, they were able to generate 11 points. So they've got to try to get back to that foul line early in the game, but I think they've got to involve Paul Boyce in this game more. He's not on the score sheet up to his capability. Maybe shift the emphasis from Norris on the offensive end of the floor to Boyce and use Norris where he's best, rebounding defensively and starting a fast break.
But one thing we pointed out at the start of the show was the two big men, Cord Clemens and Randy Norris. Right now, Clemens has 20 points. They've got to do something there, too, don't they?
Defense has to tighten up. There's no question about it if they're going to get back in the ballgame. They've got to shut down the inside game of Vic.
And there, Savage missing a shot from the corner, and Victoria take over, leading by 11 as we start the second half. Victoria Vikings, 5 consecutive years, has won the CIAU Men's Basketball Championship. Waterloo have won it once. They've been in the finals on 2 other occasions. But there, Victoria now lead by 13, 48-35. Waterloo need a good start. And again, Savage is off. But following through was Randy Norris, the big guy.
2 offensive rebounds to start the second half. Phil Ohl got a tip in on one end of the court. Norris come back and got it back for Waterloo.
Scrub to Clemens. Cord Clemens to Graham Taylor. Dave Sheehan. Back to Taylor. His jumper is off, and the rebound gathered in by Ravi Freeze, who comes right back up floor to put the pressure on. Tom Snyder. Savage. Passes off to Norris. Back out to the top of the key to Tom Snyder. Snyder's shot. Off. And Waterloo are fortunate. As the ball goes out the end of the court, they hold on to it.
It's those kinds of breaks that Waterloo needs in order to help them get back in the game early in the half. But they've got to get the shots to the key scorers. I think Boyce and Savage have to get most of the shots in the second half for Waterloo.
Snyder, the rod, Norris. His shot was off, and Norris looks at referee John Whalen. He'd like to have some help there. And before we forget, I want to pass on congratulations to Kathy Shields, Ken Shields' wife, the coach of the University of Victoria women's team, who won the Canadian Championship this year. And they had a great team, Brian. One of the great teams to ever play college ball in Turkey.
Well, they did, and they just got the great tradition for both of those squads at that university right now. Now, Waterloo just changed their defense again. They started out man-to-man in the second half, but dropped back into a zone. So it'll be interesting to see the strategy from this point forward in the second half.
Great intensity here. Norris, Snyder, Savage is going to the basket. And he tipped it in. Great follow-up.
Well, he's got the size at 6'4" to penetrate to the hoop and stay with his shot and get those offensive rebounds and put him back in.
Savage has 16 points. He's got to stay hot. Boyd Scrub, third-year man. The quarterback now trying to set up the play, penetrate that Waterloo defense. And an errant pass taken by Randy Norris. Boyd, Rob Fraze, it's off. The rebound is taken by Scrub, and that was a big rebound. Scrub. And the foul is called against Tommy Snyder. And that's his third.
The Scrub got right into the 3-second area, and you're almost helpless defensively unless you're really back and have position. Snyder clearly was moving, and it was a blocking foul.
Victoria lead by 11 with Lloyd Scrub going to the foul line.
Lloyd Scrub at the line.
Scrub is not a prolific scorer, but a consistent guard.
And what we have to watch for here in the first half, after a made foul shot, Victoria set up full court pressure defense. So if they bring that pressure to Waterloo, they've had to have made some adjustments at halftime to crack through the pressure and get an easy shot at the other end.
Big lead by 12. 6-point scrub. Savage. It's off on the rebound. Taken by Taylor, and Taylor fought his way out of there. Crowd calls for travel. But the officials, Don Klein and John Whalen, didn't see it that way. Sheehan. Clemens. Scrub. Victorian White. The shot by Sheehan is off the rim. Rebound is taken by Boyce, and he kicked the ball out of bounds.
Good hustle play by Boyce. What you're seeing now defensively for Waterloo is what they call their 3 defense. They have Rob Freeze, a 6'3" guard on the baseline. Norris tries to command the middle of the defense. The other players are around the perimeter. It's a 1-3-1 defense where Freeze has responsibility to run from corner to corner and challenge the shooters.
Scrub works the ball. Underneath to Clemens. Nobody there but Ford.
Norris has been making that mistake throughout the latter part of the first half and again here in the second half. You can't go high against Clemens and get side front of him or front of him. You got to play behind him so you can't go back to the basket on him.
Clemens has 24 points, and that was Peter Savage, who now has 18. 54-41. Victoria lead, 15-15 left in the ball game. CIAU Men's Basketball Championship Final. Clemens looks back to Scrub. Jump shot is in.
And Clemens will do that to you because with his size, when he gets the ball in the post, the zone defenders have to collapse. And developing that passing ability creates easy shots for the perimeter players, and Scrub buried one.
So an official timeout is called. The 1985 CIAU Basketball Championship.
What's cold as ice goes down so nice. Yes, it's Labatt's Light, and it tastes just right. Yes, it's perfectly clear. It's all you want in a beer. Tastes smooth and light, and it goes down so right, so nice, so right. Yes, it's Labatt's Light.
The essence of hitting. George Brett.
Some guys say it's the rhythm, reading the pitch. For me, it's a film that says, I'm going downtown.
The essence of shaving.
This is Atra by Gillette. It pivots so the twin blades stay on your beard longer. But what Atra is all about is the feeling that says you just got Gillette's best shave.
Gillette, the essence of shaving.
Later today on CTV, Wide World of Sport, Milt McCrory defends his boxing crown against Pedro Villa. Plus World Professional Bodybuilding. Coming later on CTV's Wide World of Sport. The black-clad Waterloo Warriors trail 56-41. 15-28 left to play in the game. They've got a big challenge, and they can't wait much longer. They've got to make their move.
They've got to make it in parts, Ken. They've got to chop about 5 points off this lead in the next 3 or 4 minutes. And they've got to get a timeout, regroup, and go at it again for another 5. Try to get the game down in 4 or 5 points with 5 and change on the clock. Then they have a chance to win it.
Number 21 to number 54, Randy Norris. Back out to Paul Boyce, number 33. To Rob Freeze. Freeze, point, pass, and that's what they got to do.
That's exactly what they've got to do. Freeze penetrated and drew the defensive help, and Norris stepped behind and made an excellent pass. You see Freeze here drawing Clemens up to him and then shovel the ball right down inside to Norris. He handled the ball well. Nice catch, nice dunk shot.
Great play by Robbie Freeze. Scrub brings the ball up court for Victoria. Picked up by Snyder. Scrub trying to break that defense. Trying to penetrate the David Sheehan, number 22. Sheehan bounce pass to Ole. Ole picked up by Freeze. Cross the zone to Taylor. Taylor's shot is off. And the rebound is taken, but a foul is called inside.
Inside on Rob Freeze, and that hurts because the ball had gone Waterloo's way off the backboard. It's Freeze's third foul.
That's the first team foul. Second team foul, pardon me, against Waterloo. Scrub, Sheehan, Graham Taylor. Victoria. Pass intercepted. Tommy Schneider brings it back. Bounce pass to Savage. Savage to the basket. Great shot.
Good shot. He has such great body control. He draws that defense off your feet and snakes through the open gaps you leave. Comes back and delivers.
That's his 20th point. But Scrub comes back with another one. 58-45. Victoria leads. Tommy Schneider had the ball go across to Freeze, and Norris popped it in over the other big guy, Clemens.
Norris is playing better in the second half. He's taking a stronger position inside and staying with the shot a little bit longer.
Waterloo now pulling the press. Modified press up court. Oh, before Clemens. And the foul is against Savage, number 21. That's his second.
It's a tough defensive play by Savage. When you get caught down low and Clemens gets the ball, got to make him pay the price. So you see Savage come down. He just doesn't want him to get a three-point play or an easy basket. He's going to say, you prove it on the foul line.
Cord Clemens is having himself a great game. That's his 25th point. He has been 8 for 8 from the foul line. 9 for 9.
Well, it's precious when you get a big player, a strong inside player that can make those foul shots, because you want to put the ball inside to him. And of course, lots of times that generates contact, and if the player is not a good foul shooter, you wind up losing possession. But Clemens has done the job today.
Robbie Freeze off the rim, rebound taken by Vic. Graham Taylor. His high school, Oak Bay, back in Victoria in the playoffs out there. They've got a great tradition of winning basketball at that high school, I'll tell you. Scrub to Newman, who's now out there. Shot off the rim, and Newman, a great rebound.
Can't afford the second shots at this stage of the game. Newman came right off the high post. He found a gap and crashed the boards.
This time, Norris made it. Took a bit of a pounding underneath. And
he took a pounding. You see Norris right in here. Savage made a great play. Randy got his balance, went up, and then got bumped from the side by
Phil Ole, or I believe Phil Ole is the man. Should mention that Randy Norris battling because he's got some knee problems. He's playing strong basketball. The 1985 CIAU bench, Brian, you'd think he was losing instead of winning. That's the kind of tenacious competitor that he is.
Well, that's right, and he's led this program, of course, to 5 straight national titles, and he wants the 6th badly. He's telling the troops that their defensive intensity was waning right here, and they've got to toughen up or they'll let this lead slip away and make a game of it. So he wants them to really hustle in the zone, block off, and command the defensive backboards.
Hurts, though, when Randy Norris misses a foul shot. Now Sheehan is up in the air. Good jumper. Right over top of Savage. That's his 10th point. Now we got Van Grunen out there, number 20, Henry Van Grunen. Bradford, Ontario boy. Savage goes up. Oh. That's why he's the best basketball player in the country.
That's right, and talk about the competitive instinct that Ken Shields have. Peter Savage just demonstrates competitive instinct every time he steps on the court. He is a great competitor.
Hard to believe over the years, the Dolcettis, the Teddy Andersons, Eli Pasquale, Larson, Luce, Wilter, Kazanowski. So many great players in Victoria. We just couldn't rename them because